Hello everyone, this is Roshan, CEO and co-founder of InsuredMine, and today we will talk about security. And it's a very common, frequently asked question on security of how secure is my data. So let me tell you, your data is pretty rock solid secured. It's securer than it is with you. And why do I say that? I say that because we take a very proactive approach in terms of how we are not only storing the data, but how we are sending the data to you when you are viewing the data as well as when you're bringing it back to our servers. So, servers. Let's answer that question. Where are our servers? Our servers are in US. There are actually a couple servers that we work through. One is in Oregon, another is in Virginia, and both are AWS servers. So AWS is Amazon Web Services. So everything of InsuredMine is hosted on Amazon Web Services, a cloud platform provided by Amazon, and the server where all this data is hosted or is living is also in US. Second part of that encryption is when the data is migrating or moving from the server to your website or the portal that you are accessing in your office, this whole transitioning of the data is also encrypted. Only time that data you see is when you see it on the screen. That's when it gets decrypted. So it's a pretty rock solid way of how the data is encrypted and how securities are taken care of. Even our development team, everybody do not have access to the data, the customer data. They have access to the code. They write code every day, but that does not mean they have access to the database. It's a whole complicated architecture to explain some other day. But the development team, the engineering team has access to the code of our software. That's what they write. But the database is completely separate. It is another server that kind of layers on top of it. So having said that, yes, the data is pretty secure. That's a very specific answer I wanted to give that to you. Second thing is about access to the data. Who has access to the data? It's funny that because our data is stored on AWS, does not even give rights to the AWS technicians to be able to access that data. You would think that they would have access because they are in the backend. No, even they cannot. So that talks about that airtight security and access management. It is only based on authorized users that has access to this data. Nobody but you and our database management team has access to that data. And even in the database management team, it is tiered based on the security protocols that who can access what and when. So it's, again, the second part of the security is, yes, it is not exposed. Second of all is it's also not available to everyone from the access perspective. Third part is, okay, what are our mitigations? The mitigation is based on, we have cyber liability policy that in case any situation does occur in any form or shape, we are able to, because of the insurance, we are able to take care or mitigate that risk. Fourth, we have a third party vendor who are specialists in securities, who does all kind of security testing for us, and they are also some of the what we call as ethical hackers. Their goal is to hack our system, and if they are not able to hack, that means the system is robust, or they tell us about the vulnerability if they find one. So these guys are employed around the clock to look for any vulnerability in the system. Fortunately, we get very positive reports from these guys that the system is designed pretty well. So that's another thing, is hiring a third-party security company to able to assess and review and give us recommendation if there are any vulnerabilities. Last but not the least, we have our internal security assessments and reviews that we continuously review and update based on any new changes, any new architecture that we bring into the system. So that should give you a very clear picture and a lot of confidence that your data is not only safe and secure, it is also behind the access management that does not allow anybody to be able to access that data. And these third-party certifications and security review also gives us that confidence that your data is safe. As you understand, we are into the business of CRM, the data management. So there is literally nothing more important to us than safety and security of your data. And that's what we live by. So having said that, I just wanted to come out and share with you all how robust is our security program, how robust is our data access management, and the third parties that we deploy to look through us if just in case we have missed any or we have any blind spot. We have insurance on top of it. All this, or any other time you need to have any one-on-one conversation with us on security, feel free to schedule something. My email is roshan@insuredmine.com. Feel free to reach out and we'll be happy to have that conversation. Till then, enjoy.